Hello YouTubers, and welcome to Memory Card, the show where we clean out the cartridge, plug in some classics, and jog your memory files on some cool trivia from games. Today, we're taking a quest into the depths of Hyrule to remember some of Link's lesser known secrets from The Legend of Zelda. Make sure you've got your sword, shield, and green hat at the ready. Now, we all know fairies play an important role in The Legend of Zelda, whether it be for pointers, bottling for health, or even being a guide through the story. A navigator, if you will. But did you know Navi wasn't Link's first fairy companion? In a very old interview between Zelda creator Shigeru Miyamoto and Yuji Horii, the man behind Dragon Quest, Miyamoto claimed that,
"Ever since I started making the first game in the series, I've been saying that the third Zelda will feature a party. One that consists of the Protagonist, who is a mix between an elf and a fighter, a magic user, and a girl. The fairy that appeared in The Adventure of Link was actually a party member, designed for Zelda 3. A girl who looked a little like a fairy, and whose role consisted of reconnaissance."
So there you have it. Not only did the Link to the Past originally consist of a party of 3, but the fairy from Zelda 2 was in fact a test for this scrap party idea, making her a separate character. Kinda better than the alternative long-believed theory of Link using a spell to change from a proud armoured warrior into a miniature, barely clothed woman. The gameplay of A Link to the Past involves travelling between the light and dark worlds, but during development, it may have been travelling between those two worlds and time as well. This concept art of Princess Zelda gives a very different atmosphere from the final game with futuristic clothing, and Miyamoto confirmed that originally there were 3 worlds. Those worlds were then cut down to 1, and that one world was then cut into 2. This also makes the game's title make far more sense, A Link to the Past. And the concept of time travel has also been used prominently in the series, with the concept of 2 time zones seen in the next main console game. And the series is known for recycling old ideas. For example, the horse call from Twilight Princess was originally intended to appear in Ocarina of Time. They even tried to recycle the idea of Link aging, like in Ocarina of Time, when they made the Wind Waker. Link was originally intended to age on screen as the game progressed, but they found it hard to do and scrapped the idea. This explains the amount of adult Toon Link concept art you'll find, and it fits in nicely with the theme of the game, Link growing up, leaving the island, and exploring the world. Similar to Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess was as realistic as Zelda could get at the time. Due to that, both games share many similarities, such as recurring locations. Gerudo Desert was one of those, but did you know Abatur Grounds and the Spirit Temple might be the same building? Both temples are located in similar locations on the map, and both prominently feature the Gerudo Goddess of the Sands. But the clincher is in the form of the Twilight Mirror. The Twilight Mirror plays a large role in Twilight Princess, but could it possibly have first appeared in Ocarina of Time? Just before you enter the room to the Twinova boss fight, you have to manipulate light and shine it off a very similar looking large black mirror. Could this be the Mirror of Twilight? Due to their vast size, Zelda games often have a lot of cut content. Twilight Princess is no exception, as we can see in these several pre-release screenshots, showing characters that never appear in-game. Like a Moblin, a variation of Stone Guardians from the Temple of Time, a beta version of the Shadow Beast that can actually be seen in some early trailers, and 2 different types of Armos. Now, the second Armos is a bit special, as it can still be hacked into the game fully functional. But that's not the only hackable content. Turns out Gorons were far more dangerous at one point, with a very bizarre ability to merge into a giant Goron golem. Though, what if you don't have a way to hack the game? Well, don't worry, you can still easily see an enemy that should not exist in the final product. One of the floors of the Cave of Ordeals contains both a blue and yellow chew jelly. If you let the 2 combine, providing no purple chews get in the way, they will form a green chew, something never seen anywhere else in the game, and only available in the Wii version. You can even bottle it to gain an otherwise unobtainable green potion, which originally would have filled up a magic meter, scrapped from the final game but is in fact visible on a picture on the back of the Wii game's box art. A scrap piece of dialogue still in the game files reveals what the game would originally require magic power for. It was used to become a wolf. Wind Waker, on the other hand, features a ton of scrapped rooms still inside the code instead. Over 50 in total. While some are merely testing rooms, others have some old textures, and one room in particular is confirmed to be an art studio that was inside the head of the Tingle Tower. The description of the Knuckle figurine in the final game actually still makes reference to it. Our final memory file for today is in the form of the fact that our silent protagonist Link is in fact a sham. That's right, this so-called silent protagonist isn't silent at all. In fact, he has spoken many times in the series, dating all the way back to Zelda 2, where he randomly mentioned to himself, "I found a mirror under the table." He did remain silent for years to come, until Wind Waker, where he called out to various different people, "Come on!
Come on!"
And as recent as Twilight Princess, he would call for Epona to giddy up. But, thanks to the Hyrule Historia, it wasn't until recently that we learnt that Link was more talkative than we ever realised. Remember this friendly, frankly terrifying corpse from Twilight Princess? Well, this guy is none other than Ocarina of Time's Link. Filled with regrets and the sudden urge to talk, he passes on his skills he learnt in life to Twilight Princess Link. Well, that's all for this episode of Memory Card, but make sure to subscribe for more episodes and check out the other stuff on my channel too. Those interested in the history of games might like From Concert to Console, where we've recently gone over the history of Ocarina of Time. We also do Let's Plays and various other things as well, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next episode of Memory Card.